Hi there. Welcome again to the Wholeness Wisdom podcast. My name is Erin, and I am a practitioner in the somatic and consciousness experiencing methods of wholeness work and core transformation, which are processes to dissolve the sense of the separate self into a more expanded and easeful version, which is what we call the whole self in my work. I'd like to offer for today's episode something a little different, which is an opportunity to practice the suggestions and the ways of working with our nervous system, the system of our personal consciousness, as well as the field of collective consciousness that I do with people one-on-one. This is heavily influenced by the work of Carl Jung, the work of Connie Ray Andreas, founder of Wholeness Work and Core Transformation, and also the mystics and poets throughout time that have known when we open into the liminal space between the conscious and the unconscious field of experience, we meet something spiritual there, something transformative. And there's really no other way to transform in certain ways than to touch that in-between place. When I'm speaking of the field of consciousness in working in this way that I'm offering today, specifically I mean the unconscious aspect of ourselves, which we can very simply define by saying that the unconscious is not an unreal or unactive part of ourselves. It is just any experience that is indirect, in which case I mean that we have conscious experiences that we know are happening in every moment of the day, and then alongside them we also have unconscious experiences that are happening again in every moment of the day. The only difference is that unconscious experiences are vague, symbolic, dreamlike, or more subtle, while conscious experiences are clear, unambiguous, and easy to comprehend in a clear way. The reason I would like to offer for you to explore aspects of the unconscious today with me is that the unconscious is where our thoughts, beliefs, and ideas about being separate from everybody else, or being wrong or shameful in some way, or really any experience that we have of ourselves, have been pushed down to. They've been pushed below the surface of consciousness because it's just too painful to bear, or we can even be afraid that to touch those experiences would kill us. And we all have some of these unconscious, rejected parts of ourselves happening because the unconscious is active. Yet it's unknown, and that means that it affects our waking lives even when we're not aware of it. The good news is that everything conscious and unconscious within the field of our minds or our psyche can change, and it has the ability to relax into something more true, more peaceful, and overall more easy to live with. In fact, many of the unconscious contents that we have going on aren't really necessary to live with at all. And that means that they can finally be released for good. So before we go into the practice today, I'd like to let you know that this is an experiential exploration of mind, body, and spirit. So while in meditation, the instruction is to allow thoughts to come and go without attaching to any of them, this is different than that. The instruction here is transformative, experiential, and an exploration. The instruction here is to notice whatever you're called to notice in the moment, and then to investigate it a bit more clearly in this way. And by doing this, we are inviting and nudging unconscious contents a bit closer to the surface of conscious awareness. And this doesn't mean that they will be known in a clear, logical, reasonable kind of way. And the good news is they don't need to in order to transform. The last thing I'd like to say about this before we begin is that we're not looking for a final answer or a moment of success where we could say, "Aha, I did it! Now I'm better." This way of working is not for achieving a goal. And if you enter into this way of experiencing looking for a goal, it's not going to work for you. As we begin this exploration, I invite you to find a comfortable way of exploring. This might be easier for you to stay present with whatever comes up by sitting in an upright position. And if you choose this, please adjust and find a prop or a pillow to let your body be upright and as relaxed as possible. And if you choose to lie down, I invite you to do this with the intention of staying as relaxed as possible without falling asleep, and as attentive as possible without thinking specifically about anything. Now let's take a few breaths together, breathing in naturally, not needing to change your breath at all. Just feeling the breath rising in the torso, rising in the belly, and letting it out, noticing the way the body changes and its movement. Notice the nostrils, the space of the face that changes with the breath, the sensations of movement. And also take a moment to let the attention relax in order to become aware of the presence that is able to notice any of this movement, the awareness that is able to notice the belly or chest. Take a moment to be aware of simply being aware, or that sense of aliveness that's here now. We're going to begin with whatever naturally draws your attention, or whatever you notice as we settle into this moment. And this could be any sensation that arises for you. It may be a thought that comes with an image, or maybe a voice or a sound. It may be a sensation that draws your attention, some kind of a warmth, a specific sensation or tension, or a sense of heaviness, or a sense of constriction, or some sort of fluttering or buzzing. Whatever you notice, it might be a sensation, a visual experience, even with the eyes closed. It may also be a thought in the form of a sound. As you're noticing this, whatever type of sensation that you're noticing, explore the amount of space that this is taking up. As awareness is noting this, find out how much space this is taking up as it's being noticed. If it's a sensation, it might seem to be a very small point within the body, or maybe it's something larger, taking up more space. If it's a sound, it might be coming from a specific direction and seeming to whisper, or it might seem very loud. And if it's an image, you might experience it somewhere in the space around you, like in front of the body, or perhaps very close. There might be a sensation or image or sound that appears to be within the head or face somewhere. However this appears now, take a moment to just find out the size. And even if it's just a guess, that's fine. And now, as you are noticing the size, check out the dimension of this, as in, check out if it's a specific shape that you can notice. Does this have a clear, defined border and edge? And as you notice, is this large and thick, or perhaps it's very thin, or somewhere in between? Even if it appears to be an image and appears to just be one molecule thick, whatever the dimension is, notice for yourself that this has some sort of dimension. And now invite your experience to move in and through this dimension, however it may be, and find out what is the sensation quality through this. And again, this might be visual, it may be a texture, rough or smooth, dry or wet. There may be movement, there may be stillness, there may be color, there may be sound or heat or coolness. Explore in and through and find out the sensation here. And now we're going to check for any, what we could call, objecting experiences that are happening now. We're checking for anything that does not want to be included. Or maybe it is demanding to be included. We're checking for any objecting experiences. And if this doesn't seem to come up exactly like that, open up the space of awareness in and through and around the body to invite anything that has been avoided. Now, this might arise as a specific feeling. It might arise as an idea about your life right now, or it might invite itself to be noticed as a sensation. Just take a moment in silence to invite the question to be present. What am I avoiding? What do I not want to notice, experience, or hear? And at the same time, what is ready for me to know? And now, whatever you're noticing, perhaps an image, a sensation, a scenario in your life, where do you experience this directly now? Scan the space around the body and within and be curious, where is the specific place that this is represented? Whatever answer came for you. Where is this represented as you notice it directly now? Where is what is avoided placed? And as you notice the place, even if it's just a guess, that's fine. Sense through this place, exploring the dimension of this, especially to find out what it's like through this avoided location. Is it thick? Is it light, open, or tight? Is it moving or still? Is it changing? Is it static? What is the texture? What is the color? Just noticing whatever is easy to notice as you explore through this place. And if you experience any emotion, gently invite a switch from the emotional narrative about this to the sensory quality of it. Not to disregard the emotion, but to investigate it as a sensory quality, coming from the idea of it to the direct experience of it. What is the sensation like of what's avoided here? And now, because we could say that this answer appeared to awareness as something that must be avoided in some sense, we can gently ask the question of who it is that must avoid this. Where is the identity that I carry through the world that says, this must be avoided? Or where's the part of myself that pushes and neglects this and judges this or blames this as wrong? And let the intention be to invite the answer as a place. Where is the one who must avoid this? And notice whatever comes up for you, there's no wrong answer. Who in me avoids this? And where is that? And now just being aware of the dimension of whatever arises, noticing how much space it takes up, and letting all of your sensory abilities take in this quality of this. What is it like? Feeling in and through, exploring the sensation, the texture, without even needing to put this into words. Let yourself be here with it, exploring it, noticing the sensation of this. And now we're going to include one more layer of this with the intention of noticing whatever structure of consciousness holds this identity that avoids or neglects or blames in place. And without needing to figure it out, just let the question be present. Where is the one within me, within the system of awareness, that says that this is necessary here to hold this back? And without needing to find a logical answer, ask the question, where's the one who sets this standard? Where's the part of me that says this must be held in place? This must be this way, this must be avoided. Where's the one who sets this standard? And just notice whatever comes up for you. Notice where this arises. And if you're not sure if it's related, just notice whatever comes up and trust that this is the answer that's right for you in this moment. Notice its own dimension of quality. How thick is this? How much space does it take up? Even if it's one particle thick. Or even if it takes up the whole space around you, or a certain area of the body. Whatever comes up, just notice the place it comes up and how much space it takes up. You don't need to understand this in any other way than how you experience it now. And as you invite your senses to go inside of it and around it, you'll be seeing or feeling or hearing this, exploring this like a scientist. What's the sensation quality like? And only you can know the answer. Take your time. And now gently allow your ability to notice what's happening, to zoom out, to be aware of awareness all around the space of the body and the room, so that if a tickle were to appear in any one space of the body, awareness would immediately know of it, because we can notice awareness is already in all of these areas of the body at the same time, without even focusing on them. Lightly invite yourself to be aware of this awareness, aliveness that is happening all through you and also all around you. And now we're going to invite whatever can release and relax without pushing, without any kind of force or expectation that it does so in a specific way. As we return to that previous location we had just noticed, of that standard, that part of me saying this needs to be this way, notice that place now, the way it's experienced now. And gently ask if the sensation here is open to the possibility of merging with this awareness that's all around and all throughout the space. Does the sensation of that place invite and welcome that invitation of merging with the whole field of noticing, the whole field of awareness that I am right now? And if there is a sense that the answer is yes, let whatever happens happen in its own way. There might be a sense of dissolving as the sensation opens, rests, or softens, meeting the field of aliveness that's around you and through the body. There may be a sense of the body naturally releasing any sense of myself in the body, releasing and through the field of consciousness, which is not in any one place. There might be a sense of the place that you had noticed kind of falling into itself, or kind of melting down into itself, or falling into a point and releasing in this way. Or maybe yourself as awareness, already noticing the sensation, just kind of leans into the sensation, and together they merge as awareness. And it may be something else, and it may be some of each. You don't even need to follow how this happens. Now, we'll be coming up through each location. That means now let's check into the location which was the one who says this must be avoided, and maybe it was an image or a voice or a sensation. Just return to that place now. And being curious about it, what's this like now? Maybe it's just as it was, or maybe it's changed or moved. Either is fine. What's here now? And you may already be noticing that there is awareness already present here. Invite the place of this to lightly blend or soften or gently fall or even rain down or wave through the whole field of awareness that's noticing this now. And you yourself as awareness may even flow into the sensation, merging as one awareness. This place might fall into itself or melt into itself, or yourself as awareness noticing this sensation perhaps leans into the sensation, and together they merge as awareness. Even the awareness already in the location of this place wakes up to itself and shines as itself. Awareness already here, not really moving, just being in a new way. And now we're going to check with the location we had started with. What was neglected or avoided? Check into that place we had called something avoided and find out, what is this now? What is here now? Specifically, what is the sensation of this? You don't need to make it be any kind of way. Rather, let attentiveness be in the place of this, exploring how it is now. And check with the sensation itself. How can this most naturally release, merge, rain into or flow into awareness? Expand, dissolve, or wake up to itself as awareness? Does the sensation prefer to me as awareness now? Lean into it and merge, meeting this? Or does the sensation itself welcome relaxing and releasing through and with the whole field of awareness all around and all throughout? Give yourself plenty of time to allow this to happen gently in its own way. And now we'll return to our original sensation that had been noticed in the very beginning. However that appears, gently check into what had first been noticed, letting attention gently be here with whatever is noticed now. And as this is being noticed, whatever is here, gently invite you as awareness to merge as the sensation, or the sensation to dissolve and relax with awareness in its own way, in whatever way happens naturally without trying or doing anything, whatever's easy, whatever's a natural way to let go of any effort. And as this happens, you can let yourself rest as awareness. If any part of this experience hasn't happened in an easy way or needs more time, we'll just take a moment to sit here in silence and allow any sensation, any movement, any relaxing that wants to happen, to be invited to gently happen. And if nothing more wants to be invited to flow or relax, you may bask as this awareness, resting calmly as awareness. and returning into the sense of the body experience. It has a certain expression within awareness. And as we return to that experience and that expression, you may want to wiggle your toes or become aware of your hands. You may become aware of the feeling and the sensation in the face or in the mouth or in the chest as it rises with the next breath. In the movement of air as it enters the nose and moves down the back of the throat and releases out through the belly and the lungs. Inviting awareness to be present to awareness, waking up throughout the body. And awareness not needing to do anything for this to happen. Awareness already resting as itself, as the body wakes up to itself, all by itself. And as you go on throughout the day or the evening, I offer this gentle reminder to you and to your experience that all aspects of this complex, wise, and divine system that we call ourselves can be given permission to be just as it is in every moment, going forward from now on. And as we close, I invite you to allow one value to rise to mind, to consciousness. It may be a value of gentleness or of silence, maybe a value of connection or care, or maybe a specific type of care that you would like to stay present with for the rest of your day. It may be a value you'd like to settle in and through the tissues of body and the field of mind as you fall asleep. Gently invite this value in and through you to expand in and through the whole field of consciousness and of life itself. And offering gratitude to your own self for participation. And I thank you for your participation and your willingness today. And I send my wishes for you to have a peaceful and graceful time. Until next time. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to be with you again soon.